Hello, welcome to another video on the Scouring demo. Today's game is going to be a 3 versus 3 game. And on my team it's going to be me, the Deeper Gamer. Then my allies, Ridden Koom, Naoi. And on the enemy team it's going to be Dinky Code, Ridax, and Thibault the Jundant 117. And on my team, it's me here. I spawn as the Teal Orc player. And I try to do the quick warrior build. And then on the bottom here, it's the Reddy and Coom player playing as blue humans. He's probably going to be making some swordsmen as well. And then the orange player, Naoi. He might be doing some archer build, but I'm not sure. Maybe he's going to do some swordsman as well. Anyways, on the enemy team, they're on the top here. And the first player is Dinky Code, the red orc player. And it looks like he's doing the quick warrior build. And then on top of him is Ridax, playing as the purple human player. And he looks like he's going to be making some archers. And then the final player, the Thibault the Jundant 117, is doing the quick warrior build as well. And then in the meantime, I was trying to get some warriors out, get some XP. And I guess the red player, Dinky, he was able to scout that the orange enemy is on the bottom here. And then my team, I guess, also got some vision, because I guess orange player scouted the red player's base. And pretty much everyone's just producing some units for defense. And then trying to get some kills to maybe get some gold or XP. Because it's more productive to go out on the map and try to kill some enemies so your units level up, and that you're going to be able to fight more effectively when fighting other players. But if you sit in your base and you don't do much, then all your units are going to be level 1, and you're not going to be really going to be able to fight the enemy, because your enemy's going to have a lot of levels on their units, and level 2 units and level 3 units are just too effective. So it's really important to go out and get some levels on your units. I guess be proactive on the map. And here I was able to already clear the gold mine here from the goblins. And I tried to quickly kill the troll in case someone else wanted to get the gold from killing him. And I decided to clear this goblin camp as well. And then here I think I sent one group of warriors to get this outpost. And I guess trying to micro my units so they don't die as well. Then I sent this low-level group of warriors to try and take this second outpost. And here I guess I didn't micro properly, so I did lose one warrior here. But it's always a good idea to try and clear all the neutral enemies near your base. Maybe capture some outposts so that you could have some vision, so that you would know that if an enemy runs through here. But of course also to get some levels and XP. And here I guess I got a lot of gold, so I decided to just get a second base and try to upgrade to a tier 2 town hall to maybe get some cannons, because I was thinking of doing like a shielded warriors with cannon artillery ability push. So that's how I was trying to get some cannons out and a good amount of warriors. And I guess the enemy is getting auto levels by killing the wolves repeatedly, because Dinky Code is really good at the game, and he knows that it's really effective to farm these wolves and to let them respawn so that you can kill them again and again to get some levels on your units. But also, I guess, killing skeletons is also an effective way to level up your troops. But you can only do it at nighttime, so you can't really use your units all the time, which is why you want to save some wolves. So you could also use your units during the daytime instead of them sitting in your base. And then here, unfortunately, the orange player gets double teamed by the red and purple player. And I guess the blue player was kind of not paying attention, or didn't really want to send any help to him. And I was trying to get a group of 20 warriors to try and send them south, but the black player wanted to attack my base. And so I decided to kill his units here. So he was a little bit slowing me down here, because I had to deal with his army first before going south to maybe help my orange ally. And I was kind of finding that the blue player tried to go up here to help me instead of trying to help the orange player, who was like, I guess, steamrolled here, because he couldn't really do much, because his warriors with shields and the archer sport combo is just too hard to beat by yourself. And so in the meantime, I saw that orange was pretty much dead, and I couldn't really do much. So I decided to attack the black player, and I got the shield ability myself. So I was certain that I'll be able to maybe kill the black player. So that'll probably turn the game into a 2 versus 2 game, because the black player would lose all the units and workers, so it would take him forever to get back into the game. But of course, the enemy has the same idea, that if Me and blue were on top here, so might as well attack the blue player. Because most of my army and our forces were on top of a map, so the bottom of the map was very free to attack. Pretty much I clean up most of this base. I just leave these two warriors to try and kill this clan hall. And then I try to send some warriors to try and save the blue player as best I can. And here's some cannon micro. So if you're able to micro your cannons correctly, you can actually use them to effectively kill your enemy. And here I was pretty much just losing my warriors by putting them up here. So I could only have 3 warriors at a time here. And my enemy could have 4 warriors here. So I would be always losing anytime I would be sending my warriors on top here. So that was a bit of a waste. But in the meantime, I was able to corner the purple player. And he would have to fight my shielded warriors. Or he would have to try to run through here and get blasted by my cannons. So I was able to kill most of the purple player's army. So it was just pretty much the red player's army left to kill. And here I managed to micro this unit. And also how this game works is your units can regenerate health. Even though we can see here that he's actually fighting. So you regenerate health when you're not being attacked and not when you're in a combat situation. So units can be fighting and healing health. So it's pretty cool to know. And here I was able to save the blue player's town hall. So you could probably rebuild and trying to get some units maybe. But I guess he doesn't have really that many workers. And it's really hard to start to remake your base because you're going to be very behind as well. And here the orange player was able to rebuild a base, but he got attacked right out of the way and he didn't really have any units to defend himself. So I tried to send my warriors here to try and save his base and try and protect it, and then try to make more units at my base so I could defend myself and my ally at the same time. But in the meantime, the red player was able to buy a lot of potions for his units because he had all this gold that he was getting from just one base, but he was just busy microing his units, so he wasn't really producing as much as he could have. Then over here, I took this fight thinking that I would be able to somewhat hold here, but I didn't really notice at the time that all of his units had potions and my units had no potions at all, pretty much. You know, now I was able to buy a few potions, but now he just has too many warriors, or more warriors than me. Pretty much, if I stay here, then all these warriors are gonna die, so I decided to retreat. I possibly could have went in here and maybe helped out Orange, but I guess he kind of lost all his workers and they can't really rebuild anymore, so I decided to go up to my base to try and confront the purple player's archer army, as he's out on the map and it's a good opportunity to try and kill him because he has to run back all the way to his base, and that's going to be really difficult when he's being chased by all the munchers and warriors. So I was able to kill some archers of his, but I guess also in the meantime the blue player decided that the game was over, so he's surrendered. So now the game is just 1v3 at this point. It's the purple player, the black player, and the red player against me. And at this point I pretty much have just a good amount of munchers and a few leveled up warriors. But I guess I wasn't paying attention, and his warriors were able to go on top of my barracks. And when they're already on top of your barracks, then it's kind of too late, because if you try to send your warriors on top of here, you can see I can only have about 3 or 4 warriors. They can have about like 5 or 6 of his, so he's going to be winning him every time. And then here, I guess we were discussing that I started my town hall upgrade to tier 3, but I didn't know that he was going to be attacking. I was just trying to level it up to get the rage ability by making the altar here, but somehow it was very helpful, because when your town hall is being upgraded, then you can't really go on top of it. And so that way I was able to somehow save my main town hall and just kill his warriors that were on the bottom here. And I was trying to repair this, but I decided to just let this barracks die, because it would be cheaper to just make another barracks like I'm doing here. And so here I was able to finally clear the final warriors of the red player. And then even though he's still sending small groups of warriors to try and destroy my barracks. Oh yeah, and also in the meantime, I had a little bit of a food problem. Now my units were being slow now. And then right as I was up here, not paying attention, the purple player comes here. It kills even more of my food economy, which was just super annoying, because I had to make even more workers to try and work on more farms before I could actually use my army out in the field to maybe attack the enemy. But I guess the purple player decided to lose his whole army here by maybe killing some more workers, but he could have probably actually ran away because my food was in the negative, so my munchers wouldn't really catch up to him. But here the red player already has some munchers, and a good amount of them have potions, but my munchers have no potions. Or I guess just like a few. And now I only have just one barracks. It's so funny. So I can only produce like one unit at a time. And I was trying to remake more barracks so I could produce more. But in the meantime, the enemy, the purple player, had 2 barracks and a third one coming up. And the red player had 4 barracks. And the black player had like 2 barracks. So they would definitely outproduce me. So the red player was very effective at slowing down my production, which made me just be very defensive and try to just sit in my base instead of going out on a map to try and kill their expansions, where they're relatively not well defended. Like this one, there's not much here. We could just send some munchers to try and kill this. More of a base on top here. But in the meantime, the red player decided to fight me here. But I already had the rage ability, which allowed all my munchers to just beat up the red player. Even though my munchers didn't really have any potions, I was still able to beat up the red player. And because his munchers were low leveled, they could only drink 1 potion and then they would die and then drop their own potions. It would allow all my munchers to pick up. It's kind of funny. So I just stole his potions here. Here I was preparing to do a muncher and warrior push. Try and maybe kill the purple player. But of course, the red player was busy annoying me here with just 4 warriors. Just trying to break my buildings and I guess keep me at my base instead of me attacking their bases and just, I guess, being out of my base. That's why I said Dinky the Rat. Because I guess this is a little bit of rat gameplay where you're just setting few units that have a very effective, I guess, way to distract me here and keep me home. Because I would have been already attacking the purple player by now, but this little distraction made me stay at home for maybe 2 or 3 minutes longer. And here I already have a second group of munchers with potions. And then all my warriors with potions as well. And these are high level warriors. And pretty much I decided to leave my higher leveled munchers on the bottom here in case red attacked. And then I sent my level 1 munchers here mostly to try and attack the purple player. But he decided to attack me first, so I was able to just kill all his cavaliers. Because I had a rage ability. And purple player didn't have any healing ability. And not really that many potions. Or even support archers, so he just died there, pretty much. It just gave me a lot of experience for my munchers. And then red again just keeps attacking, trying to distract me, or I guess kill my production. But I somehow was able to repair this barracks in time, so it didn't break. But he was able to go on top of my other barracks here. And they're gonna be destroyed once more. It's so funny, it's just so frustrating when you're actually playing. But in the meantime, while red was annoying me here, I was already in purple's base. And I was able to just climb his buildings and then neutralize his cannons so that they can't fire back, which allowed all my units on the bottom, like the munchers, to just destroy everything without being shot at. And even though they're kind of slow at breaking buildings, they're going to be able to break them eventually. And here we saw my barracks died here. And then this barracks is also going to go down. Back again, try to make some more barracks. Now we have like one barracks at the moment that I'm using to maybe make some units. And then in the meantime, the purple player decided to surrender, because I pretty much killed all of his workers. And I guess he thought that there's not much they can do to win anymore. And that's why he probably surrendered. And in the meantime, the black player is taking a long time to remake all his base, pretty much, and all his tech. So now he has munchers, but this still doesn't have rage, so I can just easily beat him. And here, while I was assaulting this base, the black player sent some units to try and maybe break my buildings, but this time I was prepared. I had all the archers and munchers and other units here to defend my base. Pretty much, I was able to destroy all of their armies and somehow win this game, even though it was pretty, I guess, not favorable for me, because it was pretty much like a 2.5 versus 1, because I was able to weaken the blank player and he had to repair or remake all the stuff, which is why I said 2.5. But I guess, even though we were able to destroy a lot of my barracks or production, they kind of fed me a lot of XP and gold by losing their armies here, because they kind of didn't really fight together as much. If they took all their armies and attacked at one point, then that would have been a little bit more effective. And so they just fed me all the XP, and I was able to basically hold. And I just, over time, allow my armies to become stronger and stronger, which is why they eventually lost. Let's see the results. Here you can see that my allies kind of got eliminated pretty early on. And I kind of had a very similar amount of gold mined as the enemy. And even the units trained was kind of similar to their numbers. But you can see here that I was able to just have a better KD ratio, because they just threw away their armies, which allowed me to get stronger and, I guess, have even stronger and bigger armies later on in the game. Now, and I guess right here, I killed all the skeletons, which also was very helpful and gave me some gold and XP. Anyways, this is the end of the video. If you liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more videos on the Scouring demo, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.